York Jets. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, set, 60 or 54, about 54. Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his first look is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, orbit. Recon, 132 fighter.
2nd and 10. Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now back to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Hines. Takes this to the 45. Not much space there after the nice move.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 24-yard line.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. First carry for Spencer Ware. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man, Hilton. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Big completion there on 3rd and short keeps their opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. 1st and goal, and you know me, I'm a big advocate. If you're going to throw the ball, throw it early in the down and distance count.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. This is Hines, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 5-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills on the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Bell. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Watch the eye. Protein spill. He's crashing. He's checking crack. Out, 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 out. Watch safety creep. Watch. Red 80. Safety creep.
To throw is Darnold. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights on in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Hines on the toss play. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. He's settling in nicely here in the first quarter running the football. Remember, he already has the touchdown run.
And you can feel the vibe, can't you? He's in unison with his offensive front. They are in concert together. So if you're flipping over to the other side of the line of scrimmage, they've got to be more physical and handle some of these gaps that have been created.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Let's go now. 10 logo.
Check.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson. Johnson, 69 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Ebron caught left side. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Go, go.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Hey, check.
Ready.
Here's a 2nd and 7. To the right side to Eric Ebron. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. These two teams all tied after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out.
Ready. 50, plant.
Let's go, dude. Let's go.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the 1st down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football.
Let's go.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
80 weapons. Shoot.
Back to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, 44 yards. And the Colts have taken the lead. Vinatieri now for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st. On 1st down, it's Bell, and he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 17-yard line. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Coming this way, here we go.
Darnold on first down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
53, Mike.
Throwing again is Darnold. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Two times.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack.
Go, 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 run.
It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on 3rd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch.
Hey!
Let's go. Hey, watch that. Watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hey, Charlie! Get it!
They'll look to throw.
Here we go, kid.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. Hey, lady. Hey, lady. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory.
That's another Jets. 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Bell. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Darnold from the gun. Steps up, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Catanzaro's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Ready.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a run with Mack. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go now. Hey, Delta, 60 out more.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. 54's Mike, 54's Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54.
Now.
He's not going to get me.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Well, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And it's 3rd and 4.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Over the middle, complete. That's Bell. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Darnold now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He was looking for a Nunwa there. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Justin Houston able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
You got tight right there.
After the sack on first down, Darnold into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dub for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 37-yard line.
Set, ready? 70, Indy. Bravo. Five.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Ebron's got it. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And his kick is good. Not by much. It was leaking oil in the end, but he tucks it in the bottom right corner. And that will extend their lead even further. So no surprise if Vinatieri able to convert there. He is, of course, the owner of the NFL record for most postseason field goals.
Hard to believe he was undrafted coming out of college. And now here he is, into his 40s, and he's still one of the best kickers around.
This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Darnold now to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bell. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards.
Mike 58. Lady, here we go, G. Get off the field.
And they are going for it. Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Darnold now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's first and 10. Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. I got one.
Throwing on second and 14. Darnold throwing the out route incomplete. That's Anderson. 16 yards, a first down. Darnold now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Bell. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So second and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Jamal Sheard on the stop.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Darnold. Open man is Anderson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Darnold going to lead the offense up first and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
We've got plenty of weather here today. We've got some snow going on, and they've come out of a dome. And there have been 2 ways of getting ready for this. Some have said, don't worry about the weather. Just practice in your normal conditions and handle it on game day. And others have said, find some weather, find some conditions somewhere, and try and get ready. What do you think?
Well, whatever the preparation there, the snow causing the fumble. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Matchbox lights.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Smooth.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. They're going to need some therapy after this.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Ready. 60 or. Go.
Coming. Mike 5-4.
Hey, Echo.
Watch the pass. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Record.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Get it.
2nd and 3. Caught left side by Hilton. T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold, and he comes back with one complete.
Complete to Jamison Crowder. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Darnold. It's caught by Herndon. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 45-yard line.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Line 36, too little, cut.
On 1st and 10, Darnold hooking up over the middle with Herndon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Wide open receiver complete. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Switch up.
To the air again, Darnold. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
Tight zone, 6-6, pull it high.
Darnold to throw again. And he's gonna take it in for a Jets touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Powerful running. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. The ball comes out, and it's scooped up by the Jets.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th.
Mike, 58, right there. 80.
X3.
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
You draw Corker.
A first down throw, Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely, great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Chance. The lady.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Darnold, and incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
And 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw is Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Chandler Catanzaro on for the field goal. On 25-yard attempt.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Check 99.
They go right back to Mack. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Back, Greystone, Travis.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
On the stop. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and 9 now. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here.
Hey, watch out. Check right, 50 to go.
They're going to look to throw. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Ready? 10 logo.
54. Here we go. Watch out.
They'll run on first down. Hines. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the Jets' 37-yard line.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing.
General West.
Check.
They'll run it. It's Mack. And he gets it down to the 32. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
First down, Indianapolis.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And they'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Let's go.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Now.
They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
Their coaching staff, they were pretty adamant beginning of the year. Our goal is to get to the Super Bowl. Well, they made it to the playoffs. That's part 1, but they fall a little bit short.
And to me, once again, it exemplifies just how difficult it is to not just make the playoffs, but to win games in the playoffs. So you can set your goals high, but if anything is off during that time, you have some key injuries or you just don't play well, you get a bad matchup where that team just has better strength than you in certain areas, this is how it ends. So I don't think it's a total loss of a season, but obviously didn't get where they wanted to go.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.